Aries, listen closely, because what's happening on November 22nd to 23rd is not normal. A rare cosmic portal is opening, one that only appears when the universe is preparing a chosen soul for a major destiny shift. And whether you realize it yet or not, you are that chosen soul. These next 48 hours are going to awaken something ancient inside you. You'll feel signs in your body, your emotions, your dreams, your intuition, even the people around you, because your entire timeline is about to break open in a way that will transform your path forever. So stay with me until the very end, because sign number 7 and sign number 8 are the ones astrologers almost never talk about. Yet they are the clearest proof that your cosmic destiny is calling your name. Let's begin. Aries, the very first sign that this November 22nd to 23rd cosmic portal has started activating within you is what spiritual astrologers call the wake-up pulse. A shockwave of energy that hits your spirit before your mind even understands what's happening. It doesn't arrive gently, it doesn't tap on the door, it surges through you like a spark that's been waiting in silence for the perfect moment to ignite. For days, maybe even weeks, you may have felt drained, heavy, confused, or disconnected. But when this pulse arrives, everything shifts in a single moment. It feels like something deep inside you suddenly flips on. A spiritual switch, a reboot, a reawakening. And you can't explain it logically, because it isn't meant to be understood by logic. It's meant to be felt. This pulse can appear as a sudden rush of adrenaline for no reason. Goosebumps from head to toe. A warm wave rising through your chest. A burst of hope after long emotional heaviness. A sharp moment where time feels slower, quieter, or strangely aligned. Some Aries describe it as a shock, others as a deep breath of the soul, and some feel it like electricity moving through their spine. Whatever the sensation is for you, one thing is certain. It's not random. It's the universe calling you awake. During November 22nd to 23rd, Mars, the ruler of Aries, forms an intense energetic link with the moon and the portal's rising frequency. This connection creates a fire-like ignition in your spiritual field. Your higher self interprets this as a command. Aries, rise, your moment is here. You may suddenly feel clarity after confusion, motivation replacing fatigue, courage rising without explanation, a new desire to take action, a deep knowing that something has begun. This knowing is important. It's not thought, it's not emotion, it's an ancient recognition. Your soul remembers what your mind forgets, that major timeline shifts begin inside you long before they show up in the physical world. And that's why the wake-up pulse arrives before your breakthrough. It's the internal signal that your spirit is moving into alignment with a new destiny path. Your energy field starts recalibrating, your intuition sharpens, your senses heighten, your emotional body begins preparing for release. You may even catch yourself speaking differently, thinking differently, or feeling unusually alert. In these 48 hours, Aries energy becomes electrically charged. It pulls you out of stagnation like a magnet pulling metal out of sand. Suddenly, the things that felt impossible begin to feel inevitable. The weight you've carried starts to lighten. The fog lifts, the spark returns. This is the universe clearing your spiritual channel so you can receive what is coming next. Aries, you don't just wake up during this portal. You ignite. This is the beginning of your transformation. Second sign. Aries, this sign is powerful because it strikes you where transformation truly begins. Your emotional core. When the November 22nd to 23rd cosmic portal activates, you may suddenly feel waves of emotion rising out of nowhere. Memories, old wounds, forgotten stories, and unresolved feelings may return like echoes from a past version of yourself. But understand this clearly. This is not you going backward. This is you breaking free. When a destiny portal opens, the universe begins clearing emotional patterns that cannot enter your next chapter. It's like a spiritual detox, the kind you don't choose consciously, but your soul initiates because it knows you're ready for something higher. On these dates, Aries often experiences heaviness in the chest, a strange emotional sensitivity, sudden frustration or irritation, unexpected tears, the desire to pull away from noise, crowds, or people. This emotional intensity is not punishment, it is purification. Your soul is removing every emotional knot that has been slowing down your evolution. Think of it as shedding a spiritual skin you didn't even realize you were still wearing. For some Aries, this looks like crying without knowing why. For others, it feels like sudden exhaustion. For some, it appears as anger or irritation at situations that normally wouldn't bother them. And for a few, it feels like everything old, every pattern, every hurt, every unfinished chapter, is suddenly knocking on the door of your consciousness. Why does this happen? Because your next timeline requires a different emotional frequency, one that's lighter, clearer, stronger, and more aligned with your true purpose. You cannot carry emotional debris into a higher destiny, so the universe removes it for you. During this window, you may feel an overwhelming urge to forgive someone from your past, cut ties with people who drain you, stop chasing what doesn't return energy, release resentment, accept things that cannot be changed, walk away from emotional habits that no longer feel like you. This is your fire element at work. Aries is ruled by Mars, planet of courage, action, and purification through passion. Fire doesn't gently nudge what's outdated. Fire burns it away. And here's the most important part of this entire sign. The emotions don't rise to hurt you. They rise to leave you. Once the emotional purge softens, Aries often feels a surprising calm, mental clarity returning, heaviness dissolving, old triggers no longer triggering, a sense of being reset, a realization that you've outgrown your past. This shift is a gateway, one that prepares your heart to receive the breakthroughs, blessings, opportunities, and soul connections waiting on the other side of this portal. So don't resist this release. Let the tears fall. Let the frustration rise and pass. Let the memories surface and dissolve. Because Aries, you cannot rise into your future while carrying the weight of a chapter you've already completed. Let the old cycle crumble. Your new timeline is already forming. Third sign. Aries, if there is any moment in your life when your intuition becomes louder than your thoughts, stronger than your fears, and clearer than your logic, it is during the November 22nd to 23rd cosmic portal. This is where the shift becomes supernatural. During these 48 hours, your intuitive senses don't just increase, they upgrade. You may begin experiencing gut feelings that strike with unusual precision, the kind that makes you pause and think, how did I know that? Moments where you sense something before it happens, or you feel a change in the air before the physical world catches up. These aren't coincidences. They are upgrades to your spiritual antenna. You may notice dreams becoming more symbolic, more detailed, more prophetic. Some Aries will receive messages through visions, signs, or sudden downloads, thoughts that appear fully formed, as if whispered by something higher. This happens because the cosmic portal thins the energetic veil between your conscious mind and your higher self. Normally, life's noise, responsibilities, and stress drown out intuitive messages, but during this portal, the volume shifts. Your intuition becomes the clearest, most authoritative voice in the room. You may suddenly just know who is aligned with your spirit, who doesn't belong in your next chapter, what opportunity is meant for you, what action you're supposed to take, what your soul is preparing for. This knowing doesn't come with explanation, but it comes with certainty. Your intuition may contradict logic, timing, or practicality, but it will never mislead you. Aries, your fire element is bold and instinctive. When your intuition activates at this level, it doesn't whisper. It commands, you might feel, a pull toward a place, a project, or a person, a sudden need to take a leap of faith, a warning about someone's true intentions, a strong internal yes, an equally strong internal no. These impulses are not random. They are divine guidance delivered straight to your internal compass. During these 48 hours, the universe communicates with you through synchronicities, repeating numbers, songs with strangely perfect lyrics, conversations that feel like messages, signs on billboards, symbolic dreams, or even accidents that redirect you toward the right timeline. Pay attention to anything that repeats. Pay attention to anything that feels too specific to dismiss. Pay attention to anything that hits your spirit instead of your mind. Your higher self is sending you the blueprint of your next destiny shift. For some Aries, intuitive accuracy becomes so sharp that it feels like telepathy. You may sense what someone is about to say. You may feel energy before someone enters a room. You may know when someone is thinking about you or hiding something from you. This is spiritual alignment in its purest form. The universe is not just guiding you, it is preparing you. Your intuition is lighting the path to your next chapter. Don't question it. Don't suppress it. Don't doubt it. Sign 4 Aries. This is the sign where the portal stops whispering and starts showing itself in the physical world. Up until this moment, the shifts have been internal, emotional, intuitive, energetic. But during November 22nd to 23rd, something changes. Your outer reality begins reflecting the inner transformation already happening within you. This is when sudden alignment appears. It might come as a text message from someone you haven't spoken to in months, a phone call that changes everything, an email offering something you once prayed for, a random conversation that leads to clarity, an idea so powerful it feels like it was delivered from another dimension, a yes that replaces a long period of waiting or uncertainty. You may even notice that something that was blocked for weeks suddenly opens, as if the universe moved the obstacles overnight. That's because destiny operates outside of human timing. When your energy reaches the right vibration, the path clears instantly. This sign is the universe saying, "You're ready. Take this gift." Aries, you're a sign of motion, action, courage, and fire. Your breakthroughs rarely arrive quietly. They arrive boldly, suddenly, unexpectedly, just like you. During this 48-hour portal, you may experience an offer that feels perfectly timed, a decision that feels right the moment it appears, a person returning with clarity or purpose, an old opportunity resurfacing, a door opening so naturally you know it's divine, a burst of inspiration that points your life in a new direction. These moments aren't coincidences, they're timelines shifting into place. Behind the scenes, the universe has been working for months to align people, resources, situations, and opportunities with your new path. And now, you're finally stepping into the timeline where these blessings can reach you. The key word here is speed. Aries breakthroughs often move fast, not because they're rushed, but because your destiny doesn't want you to hesitate or overthink. You are a sign of instinct. When something is meant for you, it arrives in a way that makes immediate sense to your spirit, even if your mind isn't fully caught up. During this portal, you will notice your mind becoming clearer, your steps becoming more confident, your decisions becoming effortless, old doubts dissolving, your energy pushing you forward instead of holding you back. This is divine timing at its peak. Momentum, clarity, and manifestation merge into a single moment of opportunity. And here's the most important part. If something appears suddenly during this window, a person, a message, an idea, a chance, don't dismiss it. This may be the opportunity your soul has been preparing for. It may be the doorway that leads you directly into your next chapter. It may be the first physical confirmation that your destiny is unfolding exactly the way it was meant to. Aries, when the universe knocks during this portal, open the door, sign 5. Aries, every destiny shift comes with a spiritual truth most people never talk about. The universe doesn't just align you with what is right, it also separates you from what is wrong. This is exactly what begins happening during the November 22nd to 23rd portal. As your energy elevates, you may suddenly feel a strange distance forming between you and certain people. It might be subtle at first, fewer conversations, slower replies, a sense of disconnect. Or it may hit you all at once like your spirit simply can't tolerate certain energies anymore. This isn't drama, this isn't conflict, this isn't you being cold, this is energetic separation. Your soul is moving into a higher frequency, and the universe will not allow you to be surrounded by people who drain, sabotage, distract, or lower that frequency. So your intuition steps in and begins pulling you back from negativity, gossip, emotional instability, controlling dynamics, draining relationships, karmic cycles. During this portal, you may notice irritation when someone with low vibration speaks, impatience toward your repetitive drama, discomfort around fake or manipulative individuals, clarity about someone's true intentions, a sudden desire to be alone or quiet. It's not that you dislike these people, it's that your soul has outgrown the frequency they operate at. Aries, you are entering a chapter where your energy is becoming more valuable, more powerful and more sensitive. And as you rise, anything misaligned with your path becomes harder to ignore. You may feel exhausted after talking to certain people, repelled by someone's behaviour. You once tolerated indifferent toward people you used to care deeply about. A strong spiritual no. When someone tries to reconnect a sense of peace when distancing yourself, this is divine protection, not loss. Some connections are seasonal, some are karmic lessons, some are stepping stones, some are tests, and some are simply not meant to walk into your next timeline. The universe knows who will support your evolution and who will block it, and during this portal, it begins separating the two. You will also notice an increase in your emotional intelligence. You become more observant, more aware, more discerning. You hear what people are really saying behind their words. You see their true character without them revealing anything directly. This heightened perception is a sign your spirit is preparing for new connections. Aligned ones, soul-level ones, people who match where you're going, not where you've been. Let this separation happen naturally. Don't force old bonds. Don't chase people who are drifting away. Don't cling to connections that feel heavy. Aries, your fire is rising, and not everyone can handle that heat. This portal is guiding you toward people who will uplift your spirit and away from the ones who keep you tied to old versions of yourself. Some people were only meant for the chapter you just completed. Your new timeline requires a new circle, and the universe is making space for it right now. Sign 6 Aries, during the November 22nd to 23rd portal, your physical body becomes the first messenger that something extraordinary is happening. Before your mind understands it, before your emotions process it, your body begins responding to the incoming higher frequencies. You become a living antenna for cosmic energy. In these 48 hours, you may feel sensations that seem random, but they are anything but random. Heat in the hands, warmth in the heart center, chills that rise up your spine, pressure between the eyebrows, sudden fatigue followed by bursts of fire-like motivation, sensitivity to light, sound, or even people's energy. These are not symptoms. These are ascension signals. Your physical body is adjusting to an energetic shift that your soul has already accepted. You're integrating new levels of intuition, clarity, and spiritual alignment, and your body is recalibrating so it can hold this upgraded vibration. Some Aries may feel tingling in the palms or feet, a sign of energy activation. Some may feel warmth spreading across the chest, confirmation that the heart chakra is opening. Others may feel pressure or pulsing in the forehead, the third eye awakening and strengthening its connection to your intuition. And then there are the nightly signs, vivid dreams that feel like messages waking up between 2 and 5 a.m., a sudden alertness at certain spiritual hours, ringing or buzzing in the ears, flashes of light before falling asleep. These are moments where the veil is thin and your spirit communicates clearly with higher realms. Your subconscious becomes a spiritual classroom, receiving symbols, guidance, and insight you may not yet consciously understand. But your soul does. Your body is not malfunctioning. Your body is evolving. You may notice changes like appetite shifts, craving cleaner foods, needing more water, sudden restlessness, trouble sleeping, a burst of physical energy after days of exhaustion. This is your internal frequency rising. As your vibration increases, your body tries to keep up, releasing density, tension, stagnant energy, and even old trauma stored in your cells. Your physical form is preparing for what your life is about to hold. New opportunities that require strength, new relationships that require emotional openness, new responsibilities that require clarity, new abundance that requires confidence, new purpose that requires energetic capacity. This is not just spiritual awakening, it is cellular awakening. Your spiritual DNA is activating piece by piece, layer by layer. Aries, as a fire sign, you respond intensely to cosmic shifts. When energy moves, you feel it in your bones, your blood, your heartbeat. Your body doesn't whisper, it signals loudly. It tells you when a new chapter is approaching and when an old one is dying. So if you feel different, heavier, lighter, restless, emotional, or electrical, trust what your body is saying. It's not discomfort, it's communication. Your body is announcing your transformation before the world sees it. This is the physical confirmation that your destiny is shifting and your spirit is preparing to rise. Sign 7, Aries, this is one of the most misunderstood signs of a destiny shift, because you expect your breakthrough to roar in with fire, momentum, and intensity. You expect the energy to feel loud, dramatic, and explosive. But before major spiritual upgrades, the universe often sends something completely different. Silence, stillness, calm. In the days around November 22nd to 23rd, you may notice that your spirit enters an unusually peaceful space. It's not emotional numbness, it's not disinterest, it's not lack of motivation. It is something far more powerful, alignment. You may begin to feel a quiet confidence with no clear reason, emotional detachment from problems that used to overwhelm you, a sense of being held, guided, or protected, inner steadiness like your soul is anchored. A gentle alertness, as if preparing for a shift you can't fully see, a feeling that something big is coming, but you're not afraid, you're ready. This energy is subtle but unmistakable. It feels like your spirit is inhaling deeply before exhaling into a new reality, like the pause between the lightning and the thunder, like the wave pulling back before rising into its full power. This inner calm appears when your spiritual frequency has finished releasing the old and is now syncing with the vibration of your new timeline. Your mind becomes clearer, your emotions become quieter, your energy becomes steadier, your intuition becomes sharper. It's as if everything inside you has shifted from resistance to readiness. This calm means you're no longer forcing situations that are not meant for you. You're no longer chasing answers that used to confuse you. You're no longer attached to outcomes that once consumed you. You're surrendered to divine timing. You're aligned with a higher path. You're finally prepared to receive what you once prayed for. And this is exactly why the calm is so powerful. When you stop pushing, the universe can finally deliver. Aries, this is the moment when destiny begins moving toward you. the moment where you are no longer fighting the current, you're flowing with it. Your spirit understands something your mind cannot articulate. The breakthrough is already in motion. During this portal, you may notice you're less reactive, less anxious, less impatient. Things that once triggered you now feel small. You become more observant, more centered, more grounded. You feel connected to something higher, as if the universe is whispering, "Just wait, you're close." This calm is not the absence of energy, it is the alignment of energy. It's your spirit clearing space for the miracle that is forming. It's your intuition preparing for clarity. It's your nervous system resetting before expansion. It's your higher self stepping into the driver's seat. This is the final stage of preparation before the portal opens fully, before the opportunity, message, shift, blessing or transformation arrives in physical form. Aries, trust this calm. It's not the end of the story, it's the moment right before everything begins. Aries, this final sign is the most powerful, because it doesn't come from your mind, your emotions, or your circumstances. It comes from your soul. During the November 22nd to 23rd portal, you may suddenly feel a deep inner certainty, a quiet but undeniable truth echoing inside you. My life is about to change. It won't come with details. It won't come with proof. It won't come with explanations. But the knowing will be unmistakable. You may go about your day as usual, yet something feels different, like an invisible shift moving underneath your reality. You may feel strangely detached from your old habits, your old fears, or even your old identity. Things that once mattered feel irrelevant. Old emotions lose their grip. Old versions of you feel distant. This is not loss. This is rebirth. You'll feel a new beginning forming quietly, the sense that a chapter is officially closing, spiritual preparation happening behind the scenes, a pull towards something greater, the awareness that you're being asked to rise. This knowing is not imagination. It is not hope. It is not wishful thinking. It is prophecy. Your higher self revealing what your physical eyes cannot see yet. Your destiny timeline is already opening. The future version of you is calling you forward. Your spirit is stepping out of an old identity and into a higher one. Your energy is preparing for a reality upgrade. This inner knowing is the final confirmation that the breakthrough has already begun, long before it appears physically. Aries, when your fire sign receives this kind of signal, it means the transformation is irreversible. The shift cannot be stopped. The old timeline cannot be returned to. Something new has already chosen you. Your spirit is awakening. Your destiny is activating. Your new era is not coming. It has already arrived. You're not waiting for change anymore. You're stepping into it. Aries, if you felt even one of these signs in your spirit, then understand something. This portal is not a prediction. It is a confirmation. Your destiny is already shifting. Your path is already opening. Your blessings are already forming behind the scenes. Everything happening around you is preparation. The emotional clearing, the intuitive downloads, the sudden clarity, the separation from old energy, the inner calm, the knowing. None of this is random, it is divine timing. You are stepping into a chapter where you don't chase, you attract. Where you don't fear, you lead. Where you don't doubt, you rise. November 22nd to 23rd is not just another cosmic event. It is the moment your soul has been waiting for. So breathe deeply, stand in your fire, and trust the path unfolding before you. Your destiny isn't coming. It's already here. If your spirit felt this message, type in the comments, "I am ready for my Aries destiny shift." Your breakthrough begins now.